And we're live.
Are we live?
Be
Can I do the
live.
cakes and pies thing? Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. It is David here. We're doing this David's Vegas thing because we're going to talk about Vegas.
If anyone's been a long-time watcher of the podcast, you'll know that was actually the original name of the podcast.
This is the original name, David's Vegas Podcast, and we used to upload it to, I was going to say Shopify, but it's Spotify. I always get those two wrong. And a brief word from our sponsor. Just so you know, Dennis created these absolutely fantastic mouse pads.
I'm our sponsor, or is Casino Quest our sponsor?
It's Casino Quest. You can get these at shopcasinoquest.com. And look at that. It's fantastic. Your own roulette wheel. Those of you who like to work on the sections and stuff, look at that. They're all there. And if you are a dealer currently, we have these. And they're, it's a mat. You're working on your prop boxes. Here it is. This is your prop box. But of course, we always have, if you hear, look at this. This is a whole roulette mat. Big ass 4x2 mouse pad. But on to the show. You ready? Today is about Vegas going big. I've been having a ton of conversations recently with quite a few casino managers and vice presidents, and there's a lots of consternation when it comes to different areas of Vegas, but this is going to be the good news episode. I'm going to focus on all the ways I believe Vegas is really going to take off in 2024, and then even on the next level in 2025. I'm going to tell you why, and as much as possible, I would love for you guys to add your questions. It could be a multi-dimensional conversations, dude.
Multi-dimensional conversation.
We will actually pull other Davids from the other universes into this universe and have a discussion. You know what I mean? All right. Should I say hello to anybody? Do we have anybody? Is there someone out there? What's going on?
Well, Snapper says we need a little bit of volume.
Snapper's back. Oh, God, I was just talking about Snapper yesterday and the day before.
I'll push the volume a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much, Snapper. We love having you here.
Alan Toy says, are you guys going to bring back the CEG vlogs and the food vlogs? The food vlogs will be back on Vegas Tycoon.
They are coming back. We're adding a new media team, yes.
But the CEG vlogs, sadly, are probably never going to come back.
Yeah.
At least not on the CEG channel.
There might be a dealer thing. You know what? Dennis was not privy to this, but quite literally yesterday I had a conversation with someone that might be interested in doing a vlog related to the dealer. Remember, so we were going to do a vlog about a dealer's experience from training to, getting hired, the whole thing. So there is somebody who's a bit deep-pocketed that might be interested in making that happen and using our team, using this platform. So it could become, it'll be a little different. It won't be kind of what we had when we opened the school. But for sure, we're going to be updating, there's going to be D&D stuff. So Vegas Tycoon is going to be where I'm moving to the Vegas Tycoon site. Right? Are we doing this right away? Are we doing this soon or what?
Yeah.
We're doing it. So it's YouTube Vegas Tycoon.
The new, and by the way, he's talking about the podcast is moving over.
The podcast is moving over, dude. I'm going up because, the thing about YouTube, it's very niche. It's very niche. CEG has its niche, and we're moving over to this other niche, creating this new niche.
I'm raising the volume a little bit, so let me know if that is better. I see some people saying the volume is pretty low.
Oh, really?
And
what about on my thing? Is it still low? Do I have a volume thing here?
I'm raising it, but I don't want to just crank it up and then blow people's ears out.
You have the volume button. That's better.
Can
you mute me too? I'm sure you can you? You little bastard.
I can mute you at any time.
I know you can.
And Chaos, last thing before we get started with the show, Chaos says more Keno streams. There is going to be a Keno video coming out tomorrow on CQ
We're working on it, dude. I won 900 yesterday. It was fantastic. You know what sucked is I sat down, I win instantly, which is the worst thing possible. Have you ever, you go out and you want to play. You don't want to just sit and win and leave. I mean, that's depressing. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, well, luckily I kept winning, so it worked out.
Let's get on with the show.
All right, let's get on with the show. This is going to be an interesting show. So if you don't already know and you're here for the first time, which I'm sure you're not because most of you have been around a little bit, but we have a dealer school. We work with a lot of casino managers by default because we place dealers throughout Las Vegas, really throughout the world. And, people, there's different people have been worried about what's going on in the world. and especially given now we have this debt ceiling, politics are coming into play again. So there's a lot of things people have been talking about: a soft recession, hard recession. You know what I mean? Things are either soft or hard everywhere. You see that, Dennis? There's lessons there. There's always things to learn. Snapper understands exactly what I'm talking about. What if it's in between? It's is there a between? Is there a between? Yes, there is. There is. There's what they call rising action. You know what I mean? That's in the story. You know how you have rising action? You know what I mean? There's rising action again. So there's definitely been a lot of conversations here in Vegas. We have two real big things coming online. Actually, three big things. No, wait, four big things. No, wait, lots of big things. Okay, let's. I'm gonna break down the big things. I do have some slides here. They're just some images that Dennis might share with you as we get through it. I'm gonna break it into quite a few categories because it really comes down to all the categories Vegas is about to become literally the ultimate tourist destination. So there's lots of reasons to go lots of places in the world, but this is a destination for literally everything. Vegas has quite literally invented everything. So you know what I forgot, which is amazing, a Formula One, but we'll get to that. Okay, so here let's look at it this way. We have Durango Station opening in the next few months. Okay, I think September they have is their opening announced. And as you all know, we're playing a role in helping them train dealers throughout the station properties and getting them ready so that they have all the staff, especially for table games, for that casino. But interestingly, Durango Station will become its own destination because of the emphasis they're putting on a few things. Number one, if you haven't already heard, all right, you just here scroll down two slides. Give them this look of the Durango Station, and just by looking at it, you can see it's kind of a multi-use thing. It's meant as sort of a community. It's a local, it's upscale casino. It has a lot of the same vibes that Red Rock has, but they have created several categories in and of itself. So instead of just opening a casino, they have opened a casino, a food hall. There's going to be shopping. I mean, it's going to be this whole. There's going to be lots of reasons to go there besides just gambling. And by the way, they have increased their investment in the casino floor. So they took a look at it. They just had an investment call talking about Durango Station. And the powers that be have invested, I think, another $30 million. I think it cost them to expand the casino floor. Originally, they were going for a smaller footprint. Now they're going for a much bigger footprint, and that's been where some of this investment. And we have found this over and over again inside the casino space. It wasn't very long ago when I was hearing from quite a few end users or players talking about how ETGs were taking over, casino floors are getting smaller. The kind of dynamic was changing. They were taking tables out, but that's not true. I mean, that hasn't been proven, especially here in Vegas. It might be true. Local jurisdictions. Me and Dennis went through quite a few cities. We've been driving towards the middle of the country, huh? We've been on some few road trips.
A lot of road trips.
Yeah, a lot of road trips, and we've seen casinos where there's not a lot of table games, and it's self-serve, drinks, and it's a whole different experience. But here in Vegas, it's been playing out much differently. Okay, so getting back to the destination forever. So here's a big thing. So let's go back. I got a few big things coming to Vegas. We have Durango Station. We have November. We have Formula One. And if you live here, let's just say there's a bit of suckage associated with Formula One because there are cones everywhere. Those of you, if you're not walking to Ellis Island, you might want to, you really got to walk there because the traffic to get there has been really rough. I know we like to send people there. We love that place. But it's amazing. The last couple of weeks has been really tough getting in and out of there because they've tore up the whole all the road. They're turning Vegas into a racetrack. I mean, outside of everything else that's going on here, the Las Vegas Strip is literally going to be a certified racetrack, Formula One racetrack. Can you imagine? Like the whole thing, 3.8 miles all the way around. It's a damn racetrack.
By the way, that's absolutely insane because if you would have told me like a year ago, even 2 years ago, that hey, we're going to change the whole strip to just a racetrack, I would have not believed you.
Dude, listen, I do believe that I don't know what Marvel character is. Remember the one with the big head that used like telekinetic powers? The Formula One people just showed up and just sucked the brains out of everyone around them.
The big head?
Well, isn't there a big head dude? I just saw him in Quantumania. Did anybody see that? There's like 3 people that have seen that movie and they had a big head dude. Anyways, so Formula One comes in town and go, hey, we're going to bring Formula One, and apparently the Clark County Commission said, do whatever you want to do, dude. We're in. Whatever you want, we're in. And so they've decided to repave all the roads. They were just paved. They're taking out the medians. They're doing the slope in the sidewalk because Formula One is a big deal. Like I didn't know it was such a big deal, but apparently it is a big deal, and they're expecting it to be a big deal like forever, for many years to come. So they've been repaving all of Las Vegas Boulevard, making this racetrack, and so we have Formula One coming. We also have this massive MSG sphere, and MSG stands for Madison Square Garden.
Is that what it stands for?
Yes. Yeah, I grew up at the MSG, right? In New York. I saw Wonderama there. I saw Michael Jackson there. I saw the Flintstones when Michael Jackson was a kid, dude. When he was a little kid.
When it was Jackson 5?
When he went out on his own, he actually sang
really?
a tune with Donny Osmond. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but it was many years ago. And I think there was the Flintstones. I forget. I was really young. But Madison Square Garden, the same company who owns Madison Square, building this massive 3D sphere out here. And there is a picture way down there, if you could find it. I don't know. I thought towards the end, number 14. And it's quite literally a fantastic thing. Now, there's been a few stories, some negativity that they don't have the money and they're not going to get it. They're going to get it finished, even if they have to sell everything else. They have been selling a lot of stuff off to raise money for this because it's gone over budget, over $1 billion. Originally, it was going to cost maybe $1 billion. Now it's $2 billion, and now it's 2-point-something billion. These things happen, though.
Why are estimates always so wrong?
But listen, this thing is going to be built, and it's going to be fantastic. We go by there all the time. We kind of travel. Fashion show is within walking distance to this sphere, and it's sort of behind the Venetian. So if you're going to conventions over there, doing anything like that, you'll see it. And it's by the Howard Hughes Parkway. And there's lots of we have lots of different clients that are kind of working that, and this thing is literally just the building of it's been amazing to watch. I mean, really, it's a fantastic thing. The types of technology, it's going to become a huge attraction here in Vegas. 100% huge attraction. Now, the company that built it may go bankrupt in the process, and it might be rebought by. These things happen. This happened to the Stratosphere. It's happened. You know what I mean? But it'll get built. It's going to be a fantastic thing. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Now, besides that, we also have what could be the next IT property for the first time.
IT property?
And I'm going to add a little context to that because, it's me after all, and I have my own opinions about things. Now, it's the Fontainebleau Resort, and they're a famous developer, by the way. They built Turnberry out here. They're responsible for a lot of really high-end projects. And they've been, I would say, a visionary type of developer, okay?
Yep, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but here is a little bit of a model.
Yeah, so I did the top-down one because most of the views you see now, that facade, by the way, is a blue, if you see it live, and many of the pictures they show you now is sort of under construction or some of the old stuff, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful building, and they have hired the best people in the business to make this thing work, and not just work on like the next level. I am all about people. My belief is that you can have something great and you have a great idea and you have a great, you build it, it looks nice and everything else, but if you don't have the right people, it doesn't end up being the great thing that it wants to be. This has some of the best people. They have literally hired all the best people. They have been headhunting, and not just that. Here's an example of how I know that they've been getting a lot of the best people. They have been bringing people, making offers for people to come over and work for them, and letting them keep their benefits.
Their seniority, yeah.
Their seniority, not so much seniority, but like if you've accumulated, like a lot of times you don't like to leave a place because you have a month of vacation.
Oh, okay.
You have and you're already past your probation, this kind of thing. They'd be like, hey, come over, enjoy all your vacation, dude. You know what I'm saying? And so people have been jumping at the opportunity to be part of this very new thing. Some really wonderful, captivating, some of the friendliest people you have ever met. In fact, some of the executives associated with this property, you wouldn't even know they're executives. Like, you know what I mean? They're just so there's not a lot of ego. It's very friendly. It's very engaging. Anyways, I think this is going to be the next step. Me personally, I know a lot of people when Resorts World opened, they were going to go open and capture this very specific clientele. They were going for, sort of the higher end Asian clientele. They had the property theme. But It was interesting opening, let's just say. Obviously they opened at a very difficult time. It was towards the end of COVID, right? And they I think it missed its mark, let's just say, when it first opened. But they learned their lessons quickly, and it's become a fantastic property, one of our favorite properties. The food court started out a little oofies for us, a little overpriced, we felt, and it wasn't good. But we love it now. We've gone there a few times. The prices are fairly affordable.
I love their Italian food in there. I love Brisa.
Brisa is one of our favorite even the Japanese place, dude. If you want to see cat, what is it? What do we call that type? Do you know cat puke on a plate? I don't understand. Anyways, that's what
Oh, you mean the fish eggs that they put on top?
Oh, God,
caviar.
So gross. I don't know. No, it's not caviar. Not that. So I went to the Japanese. I'm not really big, and I hate to. I don't want to call it out, but this is the part of the show where David has to just be. Listen.
Here. This is.
It's hand agitated kelp water or some crap like this. It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, listen. And you want to pay $20 for it? God bless you.
This is your warning for David. Very white taste.
Yeah. And everything that I eat has to be dead for like a 24-hour period. You know what I mean? If they've
Only
just
24
clobbered
hours?
it and moved it onto a plate, I'm less excited, and that just happens. So the Asian place, some of them, but this one was great, by the way. Let me get to that part. So they have this Japanese restaurant in there that serves sushi. I go in there, and my friend's like, listen, do you have anything that's not fish? And the guy's like, I'm going to get you noodles. And he's like, well, we don't have noodles on the menu, but we serve it to our staff. And they hooked me up, dude. My own little noodle plate is fantastic. All right, let's move on. But I truly believe that Fontainebleau has the makings of the next great property on the show. Like the Rio was, and then the Cosmo was. I think Fontainebleau is next. I really do. I think their game plan, or what I know of it, I know of what the experience they're trying to create over there. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And if you have a chance to be part of that grand opening or be part of that experience, I think you should get it. All right, you ready? And so we have all that. We also have the Fertitta, the other Fertitta, not Station Casino's Fertitta, but the guy that owns the Golden Nugget. He's building a property. We have the Dream coming online. The strip is going to be completely built up, and we have Brightline. Finally, with a green light, we're actually going to have a flipping train going to not all the way. They were only able to get it part of the way into California, not all the way that they wanted, but enough to where we should be getting. It should help the congestion. You won't have to sit in traffic for 6 hours trying to figure out which way to go. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping it makes it better because holy smokes, it's starting to get worse.
Well, the good thing about Brightline is they actually have a proven model in Florida, so they've actually been here, done that kind of thing. It's not just some nebulous thing.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, I there's not all winners. There's a few unwinners, right? I mean, if you've been to, oh God, can I talk crap about something now? This is gonna be a positive show. Just because we were at Virgin on a Thursday at 6:30 and there were no players anywhere to be found, I won't even go there. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? That could have been a positive experience for them. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you ready? I will say this: that Virgin, what used to be Hard Rock, that the garage on the top floor, best strip view.
Oh, yeah, that's
true.
They
should sell that, dude. They should literally sell tickets to see that and take pictures.
It's funny because last time we were there, they actually closed off the area so you can't just drive up to the top floor.
they know that people drive there and take pictures because it's Vegas's hidden secret that if you've seen any of the pictures taken of this, and now it's going to be out there, dude. How many people watch this? Not enough, but if you ever come to Vegas and you wonder where they get the really clean, long view of the strip, they literally, that's where they get it. And if they charge people, they could, you know what I mean? It would make up for their lack of business in other areas. I'm just saying, there might be a way to make that profitable. You know what I'm saying? Okay, ready?
They can't really afford the security to go up there to protect that type of thing.
Right now they're just, oof. Anyways, okay, well, the good news is now we're going to get to some categories, and I'm going to explain why Vegas is the next place. And I know that there's a lot of people on the fence thinking about it. Well, one good thing is the Lake Mead has actually risen a few feet because of all of the snow. It's still coming down. They've even had to release water from Lake Powell.
Oh, really?
So so it's been, Lake Mead's been going up. The Hoover Dam, The dam's been going up 1 foot at a time, dude. It's been fantastic.
Wow. Is it still snowing in Tahoe? Because I know last time we were there, they said
mean,
there
it
was going to snow until
snowing.
July.
Yeah, till July. I mean, it's they have. It might be the first full 12-month skiing season, dude.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah,
it going to be
literally,
that crazy?
Mammoth, I think, has literally announced that their lifts are still going. I mean, there's a lot of activity, dude. If you're a skier, this was your year, bro. This could be the last year in the next 10 years, but this was the year.
This is it. This is your
and then
final
the next
hurrah.
couple of years, it could be a bit rough. All right, but let's go into gambling. I'm going to go through all these different categories. What is that graphic? Is that me that's saying that? Can they see that graphic?
Pages.
Yeah.
You won't see anything.
Yeah.
They won't see anything, but you will.
Just
it'll
me.
affect,
Okay,
it'll
I was gonna
affect.
be like, oof, that's a different slide. That's that porn premium slide. No, it's not. It's not really. Okay. So here, I'm going to go through some of the categories, and I mean, when I say that Vegas is going to be a destination for everything, I mean it. This is going to be the destination for everything. The Vegas has become so much different than 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Now, I'm not going to visit the value part of it because that's going to be a different show, and that's something that Casino Quest wants to bring to the Strip, and we are working on it. We are literally have casino partners. We are working on creating this opportunity where you start with us, you plug in, you're part of our gaming community, and bam, we help you find some value because this is going to be tough. Go ahead.
Well, I do want to read some super chats before we get too far.
Really?
We have Pete,
Hi, Pete.
320165. Got to read the whole username.
Hi, Pete.
Gave us $20, and then a
Fantastic.
sticker that just is a little guy cheering, and then it
good.
says "Goal" on top.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. I know. Good. Congratulations to the Golden Knights, by the way. Those Dallas fans, dude, they were a bit rough, dude. I was expecting some ambulances to be waiting outside. Not for the fans, for the damn team.
There is another super chat. We have VA Crap Shooters gave us $2. It says,
Thanks,
is there land for a second tower at Fontainebleau?
There is. There definitely has area to expand. So, and people are always talking about that one little Bill Bennett square, not the Bill Bennett square, yes. Because it takes over like one side of where El Rancho was, but I guess there's a whole nother footprint that they could expand onto.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? But I'm pretty sure there is.
This is not a super chat, but I do want to mention it. We might not talk about it right away, but I do think it's an interesting topic. John says, interesting Wall Street Journal article just came out about the strip casino screwing players 6-5 blackjack, triple zero roulette, etc.
But by the way, that I was going to actually mention that, and so the gambling win on blackjack player was $1 billion because honestly players are getting taken advantage. I mean, there's it's not just a 6-5, it's the squeeze play. It's not our squeeze play, it's the squeeze play of the casino. So higher limit, higher minimum bets, lower maximum bets, and so putting in customers into the soccer thing and that article is all about how the casinos are going for this sort of higher end clientele. And also going for people who literally don't give a shit about, whether or not they're winning or losing.
Yeah.
And I call them chunkers. The more money you have, the more distance you have from the strategy. Like you don't care so much about the strategy. It's just you're just there to play. And it's quite a stunning thing to see this play out. This is another reason why the investment in table games has been so huge, because those kinds of articles are proof positive, right?
Yeah.
That people are still looking for table game action. But there's a way to still create opportunity, and this is why we exist, because I mean, even in blackjack, there are ways to create opportunity. First of all, don't play at a 6-5 table, and don't chase a flat bet. Like look at ways of increasing your bet and going for runs like we talk about. I mean, this is why we teach people how to create opportunity for yourself, right?
Yeah, vote with your wallet, basically.
Yeah, you just vote with your wallet, and there will be enough casinos and enough ways to play that you would be able to do that. I really do think so.
Well, like an example is like Ellis. Like they have 3-2s, all that stuff. And the reason why they're always packed is because people are going out of their way now. It used to be a place where not many people went out, and now they're just always packed.
This is true. So interestingly, okay. So we're this is a little tangential to
but it's still related.
But it's still related, and as long as Dennis is talking about it, I'm allowed to talk about it. So there you go. He tries to keep me focused. You're like my producer, huh? Just like.
I guess
He's like my producer, because I am
things.
Tangent Central. For those of you, you guys know, if you've been on Patreon, whoa, there's so many new casino spaces that are expanding, new casino spaces. I honestly think that casinos they'll have to fight for the player, which isn't a bad thing, right? And I definitely think that we're getting to that place where let's say let's say we're a soft recession, whatever the case is, soft landing, hard landing. I do believe we're going to move on pretty quickly from this, and I believe that prices will start coming down and start cooling off. Inflation will start to slow, and a lot of the greed that has been $6 eggs, dude. That's greed. There's so many people that just took advantage of. Well, they're going to pay $20 for it. Let's make it so. That it just became rampant. There's a lot of retailers, a lot of boxes that look to optimize their margins, let's say, and then people just got into this mode where they just started paying for it, and you know what I mean. It just was a thing. So here in Vegas, that's especially true. We have already seen restaurants start to pull back their prices. Like some of these restaurants, especially local places, got crazy expensive, ridiculously so. In fact, we went to a restaurant the other day, and they have dishes now that are half of what they used to be. Because people just stopped going. You know what I mean? Like they realized this was crazy. I mean, at one point when it was just packed and you didn't have a whole lot of options, that's one thing. But now that's no longer a thing. And they've had to sort of pull back. I think Vegas is going to have that moment too. I believe the fact that all this concentration on table games, adding dealers, they're going to want to create action, and they're going to run out of these players to pilfer. You know what I mean? So I do think that will change eventually. I think it's going to be a slow. It'll be a slow ride. That's for sure. But we want to play a role in that. And yeah, you gotta love Ellis, dude. Ellis could have raised their minimum bets, but they didn't. Which is amazing. I talked to Anna Marie Ellis, and her answer was literally, it's the culture. It's literally it's not about the money. It's about the culture. They have wanted to keep their bets low because that's their people, and they want to keep their people happy. Because they could have raised the minimums easily, at least to $10 or $15. You know what I mean? Maybe not going 25 all the time, but they had every opportunity to do that. The place is packed. The games get packed. You guys have been in there. Most of you have been in there. And they were like, literally, it's a culture of a thing, which is literally fantastic. All right. Hey, make sure and close that way when you go. Okay. All right, what else you got? That was my tangent. I saw that article. It was a well-written article. It was very interesting. They interviewed this guy at Caesars, too, and he was like, yeah, we're going to keep these high. We have no incentive to lower the table games.
I mean, there is some more triple chats, but I'm going to let the kind of show go through. We'll get back to you guys. Don't worry. We won't forget you guys.
All right, ready? Okay, so I'm going to move on, and we're going to talk about all these categories because that's really the key. Vegas has started out as a gambling destination and became a gambling hotel destination or entertainment destination, and has slowly added new categories to our collective venue. And now we're just going full tilt, all the categories, and not in a whimsical way, in a really big and proven way. So here is, we already did the gambling category. We got a lot of really great casinos going online. We have casinos that are going online, choosing to go with bigger casino floors because that has been a fantastic draw. And as you just heard, casinos won $1 billion on people playing 6 to 5 blackjack. So that's a win. Maybe not for the player, but for the casino, incentivizes that kind of dynamic. All right, let's get to the hotels. So, interestingly, we have quite the array of hotel experiences here in Vegas, depending upon you want to bring your kids, you go to the Excalibur and Circus. We have the new Artisan Hotel. The old Artisan Hotel is now the new Lexi Hotel, which is trying to get a license to be a cannabis lounge. So now you'll have, realistically, a place to go smoke your pot. Because as much as pot is legal, if you're a tourist, technically it's illegal to smoke it anywhere. You can't smoke in the hotel room because they'll fine you. You're not supposed to smoke it in your car, in a garage. You know what I mean? Like if you go out the back of fashion show, it just smells like a lot of skunks got run over all at once, right? But now they're gonna have cannabis lounges. In fact, what is the big cannabis place that we pass all the time? Planet 13.
Planet 15, right?
No, yeah, Planet 15. No, that's the
no.
Area
I think
15.
it's
Planet 13.
I think it's 13. Yeah.
Yeah, Planet 13 is they give up the liquor license so they can have a cannabis lounge. So you'll be able to buy it and smoke it and hang out right there, which is fantastic because there'll be no one leaving that place. It'll just be, you know what I mean? Because right now when people exit, it slows down. It impedes my ability to return to the school. And everybody will be passed out inside that place. It'd be great, dude. You guys just buy it up, pass out, it'd be wonderful. But now this whole hotel, like you can come here for a cannabis experience, right? There's going to be the Dream Boutique Hotel. There's going to be the Waldorf Astoria is here now. It's endless. Any kind of hotel experience you want. You want budget hotel? You want hooker hotel? You want
Yo.
whatever you need. We got you. There's still some hotels that have hourly rates. I'm pretty sure, dude. It's pretty fantastic, dude. You know, I went in there one time, younger, okay, a little naive, and I'm like, well, so you're saying people stop by to watch a movie? And he's like, yes, exactly, sir. And then I was like, ding, 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 a movie. That makes sense. Because you could pay a 2 hour. Can you imagine you go in there, you watch a Marvel movie, they have it streaming? But their movie channels are a select list. They're a separate list, dude. They're different movies.
Different
okay.
list.
They're also building, Hard Rock is shoving a big guitar hotel inside that volcano. The volcano is going goodbye. And they are going to build their big-ass hotel. Hey, do you see it? I got a great picture of it. Look at this. The Hard Rock Guitar Hotel.
Here, give me a second.
Wait. It's a slide number 8. And there you go. Can they see that?
Right,
and that's what's going to be. You're going to be able to stay in that bad boy. Look at that thing. Can you imagine? That is an existing hotel. That's one of their hotels right now. They're replicating that for the Las Vegas Strip, right where the Mirage is. You know where that volcano is? This guitar. They're going to stick this guitar right in it. It's just. Can you imagine if it was still a volcano?
That would be kind of cool, but
guitar?
sadly, I think they're just going to destroy the volcano.
No, so that's going to be the new volcano. They're going to have it. So you'll be able to do that. You know, as it is, you can stay in a pyramid. You could stay. You can stay at the Excalibur. You can stay at a medieval castle. Well, you won't be able to stay at the Trop much longer. So get that. You might want to head over there and get your room on real quick. And you won't like it because it's a bit dilapidated. But hey, they are going to change that as well because it looks like the Oakland A's are finally in the final stretch. We'll go over that later. But they're going to have a mixed use. You'll be able to stay right outside of the A's ballpark. But yeah, so a lot of really exciting venues are coming, upgrading. Okay, on the hotel space. It's amazing, by the way. If you look up hotel amenities, whatever hotel amenity you are looking for, you want a spot inside the room, outside the room. You want a view of the Strip. You want a view of not the Strip. You want to stay in, you know what I mean? Like literally every single type of room, you can just enjoy that. They have a room at the Palms that's a basketball court, dude. They have one that's a bowling court. They have one, yeah. They have a basketball court, bowling alley, you name it. Circa even has some really unique spaces, that are completely like any theme you can think about. If you're coming here for a wedding or you're making this a destination, then you have a theme in mind. Elvis.
What about llama?
Huh?
What if I want a llama theme?
A llama theme, dude?
You said anything. You said anything.
You know what? Tony Hassai used to have a llama farm downtown, dude. You can stay,
oh, really?
Like, literally,
I was shooting at dark. I was shooting in the dark, dude.
No, there was actually a llama that he had his own pet llamas outside, dude. It was fantastic. All right, are you ready?
Yeah,
can we move on to the next llama theme? Okay.
Let me cut to you.
Here is I'm going down my list because I got notes. I got to stay focused. All right, ready? Food. So I know that food is a big category, and it's never been bigger. It's literally never been bigger. There are some really smart people figuring out this food stuff, dude. And I got to tell you, many years ago, I swore I would never buy, Olive Garden was my S tier. Is that what they call it? S tier? That was my special date night destination. You know what I mean? First of all, if it was a first date, it was some kind of fast food because I'm not investing unless I know there's a return. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God, it's terrible. But once you get on, firm footing, good pasta will help. It's great to take, see, this is where, okay, ready? Can I take a minute and just 2 seconds? 2 seconds. It's the pasta salad equation, dude. If I take a date and they just get the salad, the bottomless salad, and that's all they eat, you know what I mean? I want them just to dig in, dude. Just dig in. I want them to get that pasta and eat all you can eat. I don't know. It's just a brand, I guess. It's a brand. All right.
Well, I don't understand why it's like Olive Garden is A tier.
Really? It's not A tier anymore, but I mean, so now we have such great food out here. It's amazing. If you're out here, and it really is. It's amazing. We have so many Michelin stars now. You know what's funny? In 2008, we didn't have a whole lot of Michelin stars. They actually tried to make a book about Vegas restaurants and by Michelin, and it didn't sell. So Michelin started as like a road guide. And while they were on the road, they had to eat. And they're like, you know what? This one's going to get a star. We like this one. And so it became a thing. You follow? Like, what are you going to do with tires except travel, right? Ideally. You know what I mean?
Well, no, they did that to sell more tires.
They
you
did
know?
it to sell more tires.
They kept
Instead of
giving
selling more
Michelin
food?
stars to restaurants that were far away, so people
Oh,
would
so
use their
you would
tires
drive
more.
there? Oh, that makes genius. That's flipping genius, dude. Wow, good for you. He knows. Dennis is great for all these like random facts that literally no one cares about, but that's a good one. I like that one. That one's a good one. That plays right into the show. All right, so here's the thing. So they're in within all the categories. So we're gonna get a Michelin star. So here we have Joel Robuchon with 3. I was gonna do 2, 3. We have Guy Savoy with 2, and we have Picasso and Wingley. There are others, but I ran out of room on my list. Then we have James Beard chefs, of which we had 5 last year. One of them won something, and then there was some finalists. I'm not sure how the whole James Beard worked, but I know there was a whole bunch of mentions. They were very excited. There was good. There was even a bar that won a James Beard award. Can you imagine? You're mixing drinks, and you got recognized. Like, how good are those drinks, dude?
They must be really fucking
Now
good.
you know why they charge $25 for these mixed drinks, dude, because it's got James Beard on it. All right. Then we have more as a destination now. I believe we have more top revenue restaurants than any other city.
I mean, that would make sense. We're kind of like the new foodie capital of the world type of thing.
And our restaurants charge out the kazoo. I don't know where you're from, but when you come to Vegas, people lose their minds there. They're like, $100 steak, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, bring it on over. So we have top of the world, Jose Andres, Joe's. It's one of I don't know what Joe's. It's just Joe's.
Just Joe's? That's
Hell's
it?
Kitchen, Lavo. I missed a couple, but there's the big ones. By the way, one of the reasons the Harris still exists is that damn steakhouse, dude. That steakhouse packs it in, and then once you're done with the steak, you have food coma. You sit at a table, you play a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not only that,
Huh.
but they charge $100 for parking if there's something going on the festival ground.
Yeah, they make money on the park. That's why I'm telling you, Virgin Hotels, they should do the same thing. Charge people to go up there. We actually ate at, no, not you. I was with somebody else. Was I with you? No. I ate at Jose Andres' place at Cosmo.
Oh,
he has
that
a
was
new,
that
he has
was
a new
me.
tacos place there. Really, that wasn't you?
No, I think
Because I thought like instantly you inspired me to go to the taco place. No,
no, that wasn't me.
that was some other Mexican.
I haven't eaten at a taco place.
But
at
what's
Cosmo.
funny that so the person I was with was I remember who it was. Yeah, I remember who it was. But anyway, so we go in there, and the bartender is a fan of me and Alex. Is like, dude, I listen to which I never understand. How do you either wake up or go to sleep with our stuff, dude? You know what I'm saying? That's got to require some therapy, no? Or either you're in the middle of therapy or you're gonna need therapy. There's therapy somewhere in that.
What
one.
if that is their therapy?
That is their therapy. That's what I'm saying. It's somehow it's therapeutic or it's therapy inducing. But so we go there and it turns out the cook is a big fan. And so he comes up to me, you know how I know? He goes, "What can I get you, Daddy David?" He tells me, and I'm like, "Oh crap, that sucks." And then he starts fanboying. He's a cook, he's a chef there. Literally comes out, he's like, and then of course there's other people. We got they sat us at this little counter thing that was shared by a bunch of people, and they're looking at me and they're trying to figure out like who the hell am I?
Yeah,
dude?
like
And I'm
who's this famous guy?
And I'm like,
supposedly?
listen, I actually rate, and I'm like, I'm nobody, dude. Don't even worry about it. It's just an inside thing. And later they asked the guy. He was very nice, so it was pretty cool. But anyways, okay.
By the way, if you guys ever see us out in public, say hello. We're not. We won't bite you, type of thing.
Yeah, well, unless I'm like, in the bathroom. If I'm holding
okay.
on to something.
We're talking about like if we're walking. If we're
Yeah.
if we're in the bathroom, that's a little weird. Wait until we're done.
I have had someone say hello to me in Pal Station bathroom. I was literally at the urinal and I'm like, hey, give me 1 second, please. That's all I need. Anyway, so we have, and by the way, all these restaurants are fantastic. I've eaten at most of them. I haven't eaten at this San Jose Andreas Steakhouse, but we've eaten at Lavo. We've eaten at Hell's Kitchen. Oh no, you haven't eaten at Hell's Kitchen. I don't think I've eaten at Hell's. Never mind.
No, I haven't been.
But we've been to like Primal Steakhouse. It's amazing. The food here is literally just amazing. Okay,
I've been to his burger place. His burger place is pretty good.
Yeah, his Roden Ramsey's burger is
Yeah.
fantastic, dude. Listen, that's one of the D&Ds that we did. And I wanted to hate that burger so much. $25 for a burger, you kidding me? And you got to walk your ass off to get it, and then it comes in a bag, and then you got to walk back. It was fantastic.
For anyone who hasn't watched that series, we used to do all the car reviews,
Yeah.
all the food reviews in the car is what I meant to say.
We used to eat in the car. Yeah, we used to bring all the. It was instead of coffee with celebrities in a car, it's dining with nobody in a car. You know what I mean? Anyway,
When you
so
put it that way, it just sounds depressing.
it is. It was a little depressing, but I got to tell you that Gordon Ramsay burger, damn. Because now we compare every other burger we've had to that, and I have to say I think that's still number one for us. No,
It's pretty good.
we
dude.
haven't had Bobby Flay's. We got to go to Caesar's. Had Bobby.
But
Flay.
you know what's a weird contender that I would have never expected? Peppermill.
Peppermill is fantastic food. By the way, you go to Peppermill for the people, and this is unpaid sponsorship. They have fantastic people, dude. Really, really, really friendly people, and they don't even need to be friendly. You would think it would be like the DMV over there. They got people showing up, but I guess that's why they have people showing up because it's really friendly. You walk into that, they have this big fire pit and this bar area, and the minute you walk in, everybody's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You feel like you've arrived at Cheers. Remember Cheers? Our audience remembers Cheers. You don't know Cheers, dude, but they know Cheers. And they're really friendly. By the way, pancakes there, next levels. The best pancakes in town by far. No. Would you agree? Except that peanut butter pancake at Griddle, right? The peanut butter pancake. What do you think?
Oh
he
my
hates
God,
peanut
listen,
butter, so
listen.
he's triggered. All right, let's go on. So back to the food category, and this is why. So we have all the themes. We have rainforest, bubblegum, Dick's Last Resort. Listen, Dick's Last Resort. If you want to get treated like absolute dog shit, can I say that? Am I 30 seconds in? Yeah, I can probably say that.
That's their whole shtick for anyone who
That's
doesn't
their
know.
shtick. They want to be like if you've ever seen
And
the
they-
Soup Nazi that was in what's God, I
I
gotta
have no clue what you're talking about.
ask our audience the Soup Nazi from they know who he is, like in New York City. It was on Jerry Seinfeld. It was on the Seinfeld show. You don't know Seinfeld. Anyways, he doesn't know shows, dude.
I know
He doesn't-
Seinfeld. I just
he didn't grow
don't
up with
remember
these
that part of
shows.
it.
Anyways, so it's like that where they treat you like absolute crap, and that's their whole thing. And then they have the Heart Attack Grill. If you're 350 pounds or more, you eat for free. Okay, so there's a goal, new goal for a few people. I've seen some people on there at 345, and then they're like, you know what, honey? Next year. There's always next year when I come back. And it's a Heart Attack Grill. By the way, 2 people have died of heart attacks while eating there. Okay, so that's actually the one in Arizona. The spokesperson
really?
in Arizona, where that Heart Attack Grill started, passed away of some kind of heart something or other. You know what I'm saying?
And anyone asking for the list of food is right there. Now you can see it.
Yeah. By the way, the Heart Attack Grill, I will say this: they use lard for their shakes. Fantastic shakes, dude. They literally. By the way, you know how when Dennis has too much sugar, it gets them right away. I feel it as well. Like those of us like on borderline diabetic, like you know what I mean. This one will knock you right. It'll knock your ass right out. These shakes are so good though. It's really amazing. The things you can do with lard, dude, just straight up fat. You know what I mean? Just really delicious. There it is. And then the Tournament of Kings, I have to mention because if you haven't been to the Tournament of Kings, I have a feeling eventually that thing is going to run out because I know that it's great. You get to see a jousting, like a medieval tournament, and you get to eat with your hands, and you get big turkey drumsticks, and it's a wonderful thing. If you have kids or you have a family and you just want to let loose for a minute, it's a great way to eat, enjoy a show, let loose. They used to have there used to be more parts of it. I forget what there was some part that they had to eliminate. But anyways, I've been to it a few times over the years. It really is a lot of fun, especially if you go with kids. If you go with young people, they get a real big kick out of it. Whatever you do, don't be that guy that gets brought up. Don't volunteer to go into the jousting arena. They had Cable Guy. You don't know Cable Guy. See, he doesn't know these shows. These classic American cinema right here. There was a show called Cable Guy where he did that and yeah. Anyway, so then we have all the all-star chefs and we have everyone. This list is such a short list. These are the list of people that I know of, but I know there's a lot of different names. And I did put Martha Stewart on there because I think it's hilarious. She has her own restaurant. It's called the Bedford, which is like you know what I mean. But we have Gordon Ramsay, Bobby Flair. I think Bobby Flay. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. Bobby Flay, Wolfgang Puck, Emma Lagasse, whose restaurant we're not big fans of. We're not big fans. Shh. We still want them to sponsor us, but we hate your restaurant, dude. Okay. Guy Savoy, Guy Fieri, Jose Andres, of course, Martha Stewart. I mean, the list literally goes on and on and on. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to take this a little bit of a break to read the super chats.
Fantastic.
We have VA Craft Shooters give us $2. Says,
Cakes and pies.
who will pick up the Tropicana name?
Yeah. Well, it's owned by Ballys, So I'm sure they're not going to use the Tropicana name. It's now owned by the Ballys, like the company Ballys, and there's been lots of little licenses back and forth with the Ballys. It's quite the run. You got to look it up on Wikipedia because it's a bit confusing. But now all the Ballys things are together. Like those of us who remember like Bally's Pinball, that was Bally's Slot Machines. Well, now it's all one Bally's. They own that space. It looks like the Oakland A's are going to get their wish. The legislative session is still in session, I believe, for another week. So we have an interesting short session. It's only every 2 years, and they have to get all their business done unless the governor calls an emergency session, calls it back in session, which can be very expensive, of course. And it looks like they are going to incentivize this experience. But we have a Republican governor now who is trying to keep this debt at a minimum and trying to keep the taxpayers' investment in this as a minimum. And to be fair, the Oakland A's on the list of athletic teams or Major League Baseball teams, God Lord, I'm never going to be able to do a single Oakland A's game or A's game. They're down there. You know what I mean? They have a stadium that fits like 25,000. They only get like 2,000. Like they're not generating a whole lot of money. And they're not doing all that well. So the big fear is like we already have, everyone's fully invested in the Golden Knights. You know what I mean? We have the Raiders. You know what I mean? Then there's MLB. What do you think, buddy?
Not only that, but they have so many games in a year.
They do have a lot of games. It's going to be like game exhaustion. Like, how many people really show up to Vegas and go, oh, my God, I got to see a baseball game while I'm here. You know what I mean?
Listen.
I got to say, I'm on the fence on this one. I really am, especially knowing the lackluster performance and the lack of investment from the owners. And you know what I mean? Kind of like, if you're going to be a cheap bastard, maybe you stay a cheap bastard. So I don't know.
The Van Buren boys.
Yep.
Gave us $4.99. Says, see you guys in about 3 weeks. It's hard to find double Zero Roulette on the Strip. Do you have any few suggestions that might have it?
Ellis Island.
Does that count as a Strip? It's close enough.
It's off the Strip. Really? Wow. They just pulling double zero. I mean, the truth is you're gonna have to. Sometimes you have to move your bet up a little bit. I mean, you can get to SR and high limit pretty easily, especially with some of our. But if you're looking at lower end play, I know that there's a lot of the popular destination now have all moved on to 000, which is so sad. Strat still has double zero, no?
I think so. I'm not exactly sure.
We'll have to update that.
Yeah, we'll have to get back to you on that.
Me and Alex might have to go for a walk, find out. We should come up with a list, dude, where to go. Like that should be a thing. Yeah.
VA Crop Shooters gave us $2. Says, when do we get a pants optional hotel? Technically, if you're in your hotel room, it's always pants optional.
Yes. You guys don't. Well, this is one of those little David caveats. So, if you guys remember the San Remo back in the day, they originally wanted to be like a swingers hotel. They wanted to literally market themselves as not so much a nudist destination, but a kind of anything's go destination.
Oh, okay.
And they ixnayed it. It was great. There was this little Asian guy that was always wanting to make that the San Remo. It's now the Oyo. It became Hooters.
Yeah.
And it had the smallest Hooters in town, dude. It wasn't even the biggest Hooters. If you're going to be Hooters as a casino resort in Vegas, you got to have the biggest Hooters. It can't be, the biggest Hooters can't be at Sunset Station. That makes no sense. Or wherever the hell it was at that time. You know what I mean? I was like, that's such a faux pas. If you're going to build a casino resort around this brand, and you are literally going to open a Hooters hotel, you got to have the biggest Hooters, no? Snapper knows exactly what I'm talking about, dude. He is mesmerized by this conversation. But I mean, if you're going to have the smallest Hooters in town, like that's less, less to attract it. But anyways, now it's Oyo, and it's like oh, it's a bit oofy over there. Go ahead.
We do have Pete gave us another $20.
Fantastic.
But the same sticker he did earlier.
Really?
Yeah, that sticker.
He can use that sticker all day long, dude. Don't sticker shame him.
I'm not sticker. I'm just saying that he used the same sticker.
Dude. Especially at $20, that's a great sticker, dude. Love
I'm
that
not
sticker.
I'm just telling him. I'm just telling you that he used the same sticker.
All
that's
right.
it. That's
all
all
right.
I'm.
Move on,
we
sir.
can.
I'm trying to stay focused.
Snapper did say, where's Hugo Seller on that list?
Yeah, Hugo Seller might be more Seller than Hugo. I keep telling Dennis we got to go there. So for those of you who don't know, Snapper was at Hugo Seller when they first opened in 1942. Now, Hugo Seller has been around for a long time, and if you're a classic when it comes to Vegas, that's definitely that was one of the original destinations, dude. That was one of the places to go. And in fact, as far as steakhouses go, I believe the steakhouse at Hugo Cellar might have been around longer than the steakhouse at Circus Circus.
Oh, really?
So the two original steakhouses. So one of the original Italian restaurants was Fiero, and then Ferraro's that we go to back in the day. You know, it's literally a list of like 6 restaurants. Batista's Hole in the Wall was famous.
You've always talked about Batistas. We need
The
to
Golden
go to Batistas
Steer.
one day.
Yeah, I mean, so the Golden, so only because, it was, who were we talking about? So a long time ago, before every property had food, casinos really didn't, they had cafes. They really didn't have a whole lot of food choices. So they would send you, if you were a big player, you got in the limo and you went somewhere else. You went to Golden Steer, you went to Circus Steakhouse, you went to, you know what I mean? Because there weren't a whole lot of restaurants. And Ping Pang Pong was literally on that list. I mean, I've literally taken a limo, not one that I earned. I was like, I was always the side. I was going to say side effect, but you know what I mean. I would always find myself in the entourage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you lose enough money every day of your life and you're just that depressing, someone takes pity on you and brings you to the damn steakhouse every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I have that classic story of ending up at the Pepper Mill. That was good stuff, dude. I just fit right into that group. But Batista's Hole in the Wall, many times. I used to have a friend of mine. He was a pretty big gambler, and that was his favorite destination. Partly because Frank Sinatra ate there. A lot of big movie stars ate there back in the day. It was literally like pasta destination. It's behind Horseshoe. It's right there, dude. You know what I mean? It's become really touristy, I would say. It doesn't have the same flair that it used to. All right, what else do we got? Can I move on?
You can move on.
Are you sure? Okay. Now, here's the other thing. Ready? New category. Not even a new category. A category that we've only owned in the last couple of years. We went from zero sports. We did have some minor league soccer, which is football or soccer, however you want to, whichever.
The one where you kick the ball?
Where you kick the ball and don't touch with your feet, that kind of thing.
You mean your hands?
With your hands. And then we also had like one of these, minor league. I don't know what it was, like flag football teams, dude. I never understood that one.
Flag football team?
It was, dude, they've had no touch football team. And I'm like, what do you got? Wave the guy off? Like, hey, I'm over here. Oh, no, wait, stop. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, someone was explaining to me touchless football. Mm-hmm.
Touchless football.
Listen, dude. If someone's not bleeding somewhere, I'm less interested. I'll be honest with you. I'm a big fan of the gladiator sports as much as the head trauma that's involved. But I like seeing grown men kick each other's ass every now and then. That's just.
So you really like hockey, is what you're saying?
I love hockey, dude. I love hockey. That's true, dude. Well, you know what I mean. Every now and then, after the fight, a hockey game breaks out. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, so we have all the sports now, dude. We have literally the only thing we don't have is men's basketball, and they're working on that. But we literally went from none. We have the Las Vegas Aces, women's NBA, professional team, dude. We have the Golden Knights, NHL, and then we have their minor league version. We also have a minor league baseball team. I forget their name. I used to know their name because they used to be the Aces, or they the Aces? Wait, not the Aces. They used to be, I don't know. Anyways, we have Raiders, NFL. We have NFL too. We have our own NFL. Who would have thought? The big ass stadium. They put that bad boy up so quick, dude. Isn't that, it was like a pop up stadium, dude? 1 minute it wasn't there, the next minute, dude, done.
I mean, that was crazy actually when it came up.
When there's a will, there's a way, dude. When it's NFL, dude, everybody's all in, dude. That bitch is gonna be built so fast, it's not even funny. All right, I lost my slide. I literally went off my slide. Oh yeah, and now we have the A's. If they can work out a deal, which I think they're going to work out a deal. I mean,
you really think so? I mean, there's a lot of controversy. Someone did ask about it. I can't find the question, but someone did ask about the controversy.
So the controversy was that they originally purchased this property that Station owns that we're very familiar with, because we have this ex individual no longer affiliated who has space there. We were really hoping they were taking over that space. That would have been great. But it's a pretty big area that they own. It's kind of off the strip, which I think would have been ideal because it has access to lots of parking. They would have flattened that whole area, put this big fat stadium in there, and would have made sense. But the money that they needed to do all that was outrageous. Because again, they would have to flatten everything, kick everybody out, and kind of redo this whole space. Right? It's about 48 acres, something like this. So they talked about having a binding agreement, but it was binding based on the legislative session, based on them getting $500 million essentially in incentives and bonds and things like this. So our governor basically in the legislative session, people were like, no, that's too much money. We don't think it's going to be a fit. And then, I used to be involved in politics, and I had a conversation with someone else who used to be involved in politics with me. And it was amazing because that's where I found out about the team because I don't follow the A's.
Well, while you talk about the controversy, I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
You're going to go to the restroom? Oh, God, I'm going to be on my own with you. We're on our own now. We're losing Dennis. So there was a lot of people who weren't as excited about the A's based on their background, based on their dealings with Oakland and those type of things. So, and the legislative session being in its last few weeks, they were afraid they weren't going to be able to cut a deal because they were looking for too much money. So all of the pivot to the Tropicana land, which, by the way, they had already identified like 3 or 4 locations they were interested in. So easy for them to say, okay, here's our number 1, this is our number 2, and then they've just been going down the list. The Tropicana is a really big space that doesn't require anywhere near the same level of investment, and they would have had to trim down. So originally they were looking at creating this ballpark with food and shopping venues and condos and timeshares and all this other stuff, where if they build the stadium where the Tropicana is, that would not be a thing. It would be more focused on the stadium, and it would require a lot less investment, much cheaper. Even though it's on the Strip, it'd still be cheaper. And that's very possible. So it looks like some form of this will get approved. It's just they're just working on the details. I do know that the session, I'm not sure when the session comes to an end, but I know they're close. They either have just a week or a couple of days, something, so they have to get busy and make something happen. So we'll see. But I think there's enough incentive on the Vegas part because there's a lot of games. I mean, it's hard to discount the number of people that might be part of that. I don't know. The fear is that Vegas is a bit weary on the professional games, but there's lots of demand. I mean, it's one more thing to do. I mean, and the fact that they're going to put it on the where the Tropicana is, I mean, is a great thing for many people. For other people, is not so much because now you're going to have such a concentration. Can you imagine? You have in that same area, you have the T-Mobile Arena, you have the MGM Grand Arena, you'll have the A's Stadium, and you'll also have Allegiant Stadium. I mean, you can spend a whole weekend doing nothing but sports and venues and just walking around. Whatever you do, don't even think about ordering an Uber because we had a guy go from across the street to the MGM from the T-Mobile Arena, and it took 30 minutes. Like, you could have walked there and walked back and walked there and walked back to take a car. Like, it was a big player, had to take a limo. It took 30 minutes from the limo from when they got picked up to getting dropped off at MGM Ballet. That's how long it took.
I think it's kind of crazy that they're putting everything on that south side of the Strip.
So it's gonna be the venue side. That's why I'm so excited about the north side of the Strip, because if you're a player and you want to get busy with your money on a table and you want to get here quick and get an Uber, there are areas now of the Strip where at certain times you want to get an Uber, there's like, no, we're not going. You have to walk your ass down the street in order for us to pick you up because it's just too hard, too much traffic. All of the high-end play now is moving towards the north end. We got Wynn, Venetian Palazzo. You're going to have Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. You know what I mean? So it's all coming this way. I think it's a great thing. I mean, and we're sort of on the north. We're sort of center north, so it's great for us. I mean, our foot traffic should increase exponentially. All right, can I go on?
Yeah.
All right, so the only thing it's missing is, of course, men's basketball. But where there's a will, there's a way. All right. The next thing I'm going to go over in the next category is entertainment, attractions, entertainers, and you're gonna hear about residencies, unheard of residencies. U2 is coming, which amazingly no one in my staff knew who the hell U2 was. Bono has not been raising hell like he used to do. Bono's kind of shut the hell up, hasn't he?
You're asking the wrong person.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. The fact that you don't know who Bono is, you know what I mean?
Listen, I didn't know until you literally told me the other day.
He used to wear a hat, and he's been out there advocating for everything. You know what I mean? So he goes to like
that's his defining feature. He wore a hat.
Basically, he wore a hat. You know what I mean? Everybody, listen, there's a lot of people who just nodded his head and be like, yeah, he was wearing a hat. He got famous for this hat. He wore these sunglasses, but they were a big band.
Was it like a very particular hat?
It was a pretty particular hat. Yeah, he was famous for the hat. If you threw that hat and you got it, I think someone ended up, it's like $1 million hat now. You know what I mean?
Really?
You own $1 million because it came from Bono. But he's going to be opening the MSG Sphere, and they're already looking at bands that will develop shows literally for that venue, very specific to that venue. And I think that venue is going to be amazing. So you're going to hear about residencies just never ending. You know who else is focusing on the entertainment and residencies is Resorts World.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of big people
big,
at resorts.
Big. In fact, every other week when we try to leave fashion show, it's literally lines of cars. There's some new person. We just run out of whoever the hell it is. They have been absolutely, whoever's running entertainment over there has been doing a fantastic job of getting, just big name acts in.
I mean, they've been working hard.
Yeah, I mean, you have the if you're looking, like if you just finished watching America's Got Talent or American Idol, all those people end up doing time in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? They all come to Vegas. They all have a show here. So like, whatever you're looking for, I'm pretty sure Vegas has it for you. You know the one thing I miss, and they still have that. They have that guy that won America's Got Talent, that Asian guy with that does the card tricks and stuff. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
He doesn't know. He doesn't follow any of this stuff. But anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. They don't have like I don't know if David Copperfield is David Copperfield alive? Is he? Because we see his billboards, and those are pictures of him like 20 years ago, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Isn't he like 200 years old? I mean, how old is he? But David Copperfield, he used to be alive. See, I miss those guys. I miss the Siegfried and Roy. I miss the David Copperfields of yesterday. Where it took 30 minutes for them to disappear the car. Now they disappear a car, a bus, 2 people, and a squirrel inside of 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? That's how advanced they're getting. They're evolving, But I used to love the flying car. Siegfried and Roy had the flying car that came out of the audience. That was a good one, dude. That guy would come out in a car flying through the damn air, dude. Try to figure that one out. You know what I mean? But it's really becoming.
Apparently, David Copperfield is still alive. They say he's 66 years old.
Oh, he's 66? Really? He's not even that old? Ah, well, good for him, dude. Really? I don't know why I thought he was so much older, dude. I mean, maybe that's just me. All right, well, wow, he's not even that much older. I know he has a place out here. But wow, 66. I'm so stunned. I got to take a minute to take that in. Really? How old am I? Shit. Anyways, don't say anything, okay? Get busy.
I do have a super chat from Something 678.
Okay.
Just he's done this before.
Okay.
He puts a Joker card.
Oh,
emoji.
really?
That's it.
That's our D-Gen Joker, maybe. All right, good for you. Thank you so much. So, okay, we're gonna go back. Okay, the last thing I want to get to really is the attractions. There's everything you want to do. We are coming out with our own guide. So we are putting together the Alex and David Guide to Vegas, and it's gonna have every category mapped out. I wish I had it now because you guys would be like, hey, this would be a great time to sell that. Wouldn't that have been fantastic? Segue right to, and here's our guide to Vegas. Hey. We don't have it yet because we're working hard on it, and we want to give some really honest material feedback. We're going to break it down, dude. We're going to break it down. We have insight on the hotel rooms, and we're going to be completely honest. It's going to be literally our honest guide on where to go and why. You know what I mean? And if you can't open a window and get fresh air, you know what I mean? That's going to be less. If you can't get the coffee maker in the room, less. You know what I'm saying? If they make you go downstairs and stand in your underwear to get Starbucks.
I don't think you're allowed to wait in your underwear, though.
Really?
You got to at least come
I don't
with
think
the robe.
anybody knows. I've seen people, and nobody, listen, nowadays, underwear and pajamas is like the same thing. It's the same thing. No one knows what the hell. I've seen people at the gym working out in their pajamas. I've seen people walking down the street in their Abercrombie underwear, big floaty underwear. And
I think they're just really short shorts. That's
okay, well, whatever you want to call them, whatever. They look pretty close to underwear. Okay. The next thing is conventions, dude. If you guys are looking for any kind of, what was the convention you went to recently? Huh? What's the one? Do you got a video coming out? Are you going to share it? Do you want to tell them what the convention you went to? Is it going to be a big secret?
Because I'm waiting for the video to come out.
We have a video coming out. You guys are going to see it on Vegas Tycoon of a convention that Dennis and Jet went to. That was fantastic. You are going to want to have been with them at this convention.
We actually have 2 videos, but one.
It'll be one of those videos where you question all reality. And the fact that this is Vegas has I don't know if it has more convention space than any other city in the world, but I'm guessing it does because the convention
last I
center,
heard, yes.
3.5 million square feet just at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and then you add in Sands Expo, all these other places. It's ridiculous amount of. It doesn't matter what you're looking for, what your interest is. They have a convention for it somewhere. Somewhere, some people are gathering right here in town to have a convention. You know what they're missing? A big fat D&D convention, dude. Just a huge.
You think there will actually? You know what? I was about to say, do you think enough people will come? But they probably would. There
I've
probably
been
would
to
be enough
D&D
people.
conventions when I was younger, dude. Just so you know, I was there.
That's
I was
the
part of
nerdiest
that.
thing you
Yeah.
could ever do.
And you knew I was at that. Yeah, 100%. But I mean, the conventions as a destination, it's just really fantastic. So Vegas in every category is taking off. And 2024, we're going to have the track's going to be done. Fontainebleau is going to be online. MSG Sphere is going to be here. Durango Station Casinos will be on track to have completed its takeover of a local casino environment, which, by the way, Station Casinos is by far some of the most popular casinos here. And I frequent them all the time. You know, it's not that we just train dealers there. So there's fantastic venues. They have great food. It's a reliable place to go.
Yeah.
Because the cafe is good. They all have like a steakhouse that's good. It's the charcoal. It's called the charcoal. It used to be called the broiler. I think it's the charcoal now.
I think it's a charcoal room, something like
the
this.
Charcoal room. It's fantastic food. If you don't want to spend $100 a steak, you want to spend much less and have a reasonable meal. The Palace Station, for example. If you haven't been to Palace Station in I would say a couple of years, it's a brand new experience. One of the best movie theaters in town, no? I mean, one of the best movie theaters in town now. No one can kick your chair. They can spit on you, but they can't kick your chair, right? They can still huck. I'm talking to you. We got the film guy over here, Jet, dude. Jet goes to 3 movies a day. He knows where to go watch a movie, okay? But Palace Station is got a fantastic theater. There's a few of them out here now.
The Cine Bar, yeah.
The Cine Bars, they're big fat seats. You get plenty of room. You can lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Order food right before the movie.
I mean,
yeah.
It was the kind of theater you had wanted your old local porn theater to be back in the day when you actually had to go to a theater to do that. You know what I mean? Instead, they had these smaller seats. They weren't.
Anyways, that's a hard transition to the super
That was
chats.
a hard transition. All right, ready?
VA Crap Shooters gave us $5.
Dude, that guy is loaded.
Says, let's get to something important.
Uh-oh.
Any new strip clubs?
I know. That is a tough gig out here lately. I will tell you that, you know what? That's the one category. So Sapphire Day Club, literally, it's, you know how in Lord of the Rings, it's the ring that the one ring to rule them all.
Yeah.
Sapphire Day Club is literally the one night to rule the one nightclub to rule them all. The venue and so if you go behind us onto Industrial, there's literally just a whole slew of and then beyond that, what's that next road? There was used to be Cheetahs, now called the Library. And listen here, it might as well be called the Library because everybody has to bring a book to work. There's not a lot of dancing going on, right? Jet and Dennis went there, and it was literally like, what was your takeaway when they were 21? Yeah, it was a bit sad. That place used to be kicking, dude. I used to hang out at Cheetahs back in the day when I was a dealer, and it's literally called the Library, and for not for the reasons you might think actually. There's a few of them out here. I don't know of any actual men's clubs that are coming online anytime soon. It's become much more a limited thing, and a few of them back there have really they're gone out of business or they're teetering on going out of business, I think. You know, there was an era of Vegas where you had the Crazy Horse and the Crazy Horse 2, remember? You had Sapphire Day Club, you had Cheetahs, you had the Black Garter. There was so many of them.
Well,
Palomino. How come I know them all? Like, what's the matter with me?
Listen, we know what you were doing. Anyways, I do remember that whole road down Industrial used to be packed. Now it's like
you don't
dead.
see it. It's a little depressing. You don't see it. It's like a pot dispensary, some guy in a tent. I mean,
sometimes the most busiest place is Peepland. That one like little place.
Oh, the
right
Peepland.
there.
That makes sense because that's
Which
a
is
quarter,
like,
dude.
Why Peepland?
What I don't understand is the peeping things used to be quarters. Like, what do? Feed dollars in there now? You just swipe a credit card. That was the greatest thing. Because you only needed a quarter. It was completely anonymous. Now it's like, Joe Smith just entered Peepland for $1. Because, on the Shopify thing, it tells you who did what. They're like,
well, it depends on the card.
Make sure to send his wife a receipt. I
think that place you got to go bring cash. I don't think you would
People
want to
and
put
you
this
just
on the
bring in
card.
cash and wear a paper bag kind of thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
People, by the way, people have no. When you used to have to hide around back, dude. You know, when I was younger,
dude,
you literally had
people
to
park
hide
their
around.
cars right in the
Now
front
people they cut you off and then pull in and then they wave to you as they get out of the car, flip you off, and then be like, they own that whole reality, dude. You know what I mean?
Wow. Well, Ted gave us $4.99. Says here's
Yeah.
$5 and a shout out to the hand model. Thank you so much.
They by the way, they have the adult loves the superstores, adult love superstores out here, and I have been in one. Just because I was so curious. Well, not totally curious. I was with a friend of mine who wanted some lingerie, and they have edible lingerie. Just so you know, that's a thing. You can actually eat the lingerie.
You
off
know
the
a
person.
little too much about this stuff.
But anyways, there was a couple in there, and it was not a couple. It was 3 people, and they were arguing about the kind of tool that they could buy. So it was a guy and 2 girls, and they were going to buy a certain tool. I don't want to say it because I feel like that's going to be a takeaway. And one girl thought that it needed a second tool attached to it in order for them to fully. And the other one was like, well, they were arguing about the size and the kinds of. I was stunned. They were literally sitting there having this argument in the middle of this adult love story. See that this is the spice of life stuff. This is the thing. If I hadn't, I would wish I could have just pulled out my camera and just started recording, dude. That would have gone viral, bro. Absolutely viral. Meanwhile, by the way, it was the 2 women that were having the argument. The guy was like, "Listen, whatever you guys work out, that's a win. I'm in. What do you got?"
That Rascal Merlin
Yeah.
says Google says Orlando has the most convention space. That's interesting.
That might be true because when we went to Orlando, remember we touched down. We actually drove through. It was massive.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Lady Luck Travel says Westgate or Sahara for an afternoon visit.
Wow, good question. Well, I personally would say, wow, what would you say? Both of those.
I personally would say Westgate.
Yeah, Westgate. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm not too familiar with Sahara, but I just don't see what's there.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. I mean, they have Jose Andres. They used to have that Pizza Forte. They went to Virgin. Oof, that was not the best idea right there. But Westgate seems to have more. First of all, more restaurants to select from. They actually have a really diverse slot floor. They have a lot of great machines that I enjoy. Westgate. I was the paybacks are great. So they have table games. I'm not sure the table games that we saw there are mostly $10, right? $10 to $15. So it's not total outside.
I mean,
There's Benihana there if you like that.
I'm not sure. I haven't been there recently, but I'm not sure what the table minutes. But I think they usually have 10 in the morning, so like you can.
On an afternoon, I would say Westgate. First of all, if you're driving, is much easily accessible. You don't have to deal with any of the strip stuff. You don't have to be depressed with all the dealers when you walk in there. You know what I mean? You'll probably run into a few more people. Oh God, that's terrible. That's terrible, David. Just talking smack over here.
But I guess if you were there for the food.
Food?
Yeah,
Wait,
because
which
like
one?
Bazaar Meats is a big
Bazaar
thing
Meats
in
big,
Sahara.
dude. Absolutely big. Everyone raves about it. We'll have to go. And we haven't gone yet because we still have to sell off jet to raise the money to eat there. But it's expensive. That one's expensive, buddy. Bazaar Meat, dude. Hey, listen, you get a chicken wing over there, dude. It's gonna set you back, a little mortgage payment.
RJD 3030.
Huh?
Well, when he says a slippery Timmy, long story short, it was this rubber.
Oh yeah, it was a
fist that
long
was like
rubber.
this.
Yeah, it looked like that. Yeah.
And it had
100%.
Timmy's face in the.
We're gonna
marketing
start
thing.
using it to sweep the chips on a roulette table, dude. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be the next tool, dude. It's gonna be the Timmy tool for roulette.
Thomas gave us $9.99. Says,
Wow.
Thank you for take one for the team strategy. It's absolutely my go-to now. Was in Vegas last week. for a
Take one for the
convention.
team. Which one is that? Is that craps or roulette?
I think that was craps.
Oh, was it?
It
Wow.
says was in Vegas last week for a convention, and this strategy killed. Well, I'm glad it helped.
Fantastic. Yeah, we love those stories. If you lose money on craps, we don't care. We don't want to know. But if you win, let us know. We're so excited about that. We every now and then we come up with a little bit of genius. Actually, you know what I mean. We had this guy come in with the what was that latest strategy we did? The Lagerman. Michael.
It's not out yet.
I remember
it will
him.
be out this week though.
Oh, really? They haven't seen it yet?
They haven't seen
God,
it
you
yet.
guys have to wait. This next strategy is literally my go-to. Dennis is still off on another tangent with his squeeze play, but I love this Lagerman. I love. Go.
Alton
Alton?
says, "Hey Dennis, did you try your strategy? Props inspired by Surge. I don't want to actually say
Who?
the other one. Props inspired by Surge. Remember that you buy in for a stack of greens and you throw in. It's
Oh.
$24 total on the hopping hardways and the horn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
I haven't tried it in an actual casino.
He likes that one.
I do.
Dennis.
I do actually really like the
Did
system.
you take 5 bananas up with that one, dude?
I gave it 5 bananas.
No way.
Though probably wouldn't buy in the 5. I would just do 8 bullets and try it and then move on if it doesn't.
Wow, that's fantastic. Do we like that? Yeah, I think we like it. Go ahead. What do you got?
You gave it 3 bananas.
I gave it 3
5.
bananas, dude. That's plenty. That's all the bananas I need, dude. If they're organic, those organic bananas are big.
I think that is everything. Do you have?
Are we gonna
anything
give
else?
something away? I think we should give something away, dude.
Let's give something away.
What can we put in a package? So, we got to figure this out. By the way, if you haven't received something, you need to tell us. I think there's one person out there who still hasn't got crap.
We have 2 packages that got returned.
Oh, we got 2 packages returned.
2 packages that got returned because something about the address.
Oh, really?
It took forever to get back. By the way, it took months for it to get back
Is
here.
it a U.S. address?
Yeah, it was a U.S. address.
They didn't give us. They don't know where the hell they live.
Dude, I don't know what
What's
happened.
going on with that? All right, well, here I'm gonna give away another hat. How about that? That's all I got. I'm running out of stuff. I would give away these mats, but they're difficult to.
Why don't you give away a coin?
Actually, they don't. Huh?
Why don't you give away a coin?
What kind of coin?
CQ coin?
I mean, we have a coin. Oh,
We have plenty of those coins.
Oh, really? Oh, let's give away a coin.
Then
Here,
grab
go
the coin.
grab it. All right, ready? All right, you guys are gonna love
No,
this.
just-
This
just-
is
just
Dennis
grab that
coming
one.
out his paycheck, dude. Here's this. You're not gonna get the case though, okay? Don't get crazy
You're just
about
gonna get the
case.
coin.
This coin was developed by Mar, and then was sort of finished off by Dennis. But it's
I don't know if I like that terminology.
did you? Yeah, and it's literally a beautiful, beautiful coin. And here it is, front and back. I mean, look at it. It's fantastic. It's a collectible coin. It's 42 millimeter. It's a little bit bigger than a silver dollar. It's a bigger, fatter coin, dude. Do we like it bigger and fatter typically? That's usually the way to go.
Hey,
no?
yo. Well,
when we're talking about coins, dude. Okay,
what's the word?
the word is coin. No. The word is I don't know. Coin. Let's do coin.
Jaffo said mouth tricks. We're gonna use mouth tricks.
Mouth
I think
tricks,
mouth
dude.
tricks
I'm all
makes more
about
sense.
mouth tricks today. It's been a while, dude. This is what happens, dude. You get a little tricky with the mouth, dude. Mouth tricks.
So
Yeah,
type in
by the
mouth
way-
tricks in chat if you want a chance to win the coin.
Yep, we're gonna give you we're gonna send out this coin. It's a $20 value, dude. It's a $20 value. It's a clad coin, by the way. It's a fully clad coin. There's no. You're not gonna get rich off the coin unless they become collectible. This is. I wouldn't say it's a completely limited edition because we mint these and make them available here. But I think we've minted about 300 of them.
We haven't minted a ton. But
We haven't
yeah.
minted a ton, so it's lower circulation than, let's say, the average U.S. penny. You know what I mean? Because there's billions of those, and there's only like 300 of these. So it could be a big deal. And they're oversized, and we'll eventually stop. Because we're moving on to a new design because what's his name over here? Jet, our resident artist. He made the D-Gen. If you come in or you buy something online, we send you this. He drew this by hand. This is his design. You can't really see it, but it's a fantastic
Here, I'll
D-Gen
zoom
Joker,
in.
dude. So there are people that are gonna want to tattoo this on their ass, dude. This would be a great ass tattoo. If you're looking for a Joker, I think this would be a win, dude. In fact, I think Jet can upgrade his tattoo skills and do it for you. You can come in and pay him, and he will hook you right up. The only thing is, your ass has to be S tier. S tier ass, you would do those for free, dude. You know what I mean? All right, but
Anyways, let's pick out someone.
they're always interrupting me. I don't understand what's going on.
Tell me when to stop.
Just tell them I have a little dementia. It's fine. All right. Hey, hey, stop. All right, stop. Go.
Okay, 1 through 10.
How about 1?
1. Charlie Perkins.
Charlie. I've seen his name before. Come on, Charlie. You win this. We're gonna send this coin. You got to buy your own holder. This holder's mine. There are holders for this if you're interested in getting it because they do have them. But the holders, their acrylic holders, are really not cheap. But anyways, we're gonna send you the coin. Congratulations. Make sure and get us the correct address. Go outside and look at your door. Okay, get that number off the door, and then let
And-
us know.
try to format it as correct as possible, like you would,
Yeah.
you know, on an action mailing thing. Because sometimes if you format it a little differently, that's what gets messed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've actually had to go outside my house and look at the number, dude. 'Cause how often do you mail stuff to yourself? I mean, I guess
How
some
do you not know
people
your
do.
own address though?
Huh?
Do you not ever give out your address?
I
Hey,
mean, I
live
guess
in-
not. I remember I was living at the condo. I constantly have to walk outside to get the number up. I always thought I was always like 2 numbers off. I'm not sure what
Well,
the hell.
anyways, let's end the show here.
All right. Hey, guys, thank you so much. I hope you can become part of our experience here in Vegas. Vegas is going through a transformative part. If you're looking to move here, by the way, this is, well, okay, maybe not this month, but like 3 months from now, 6 months from now, Vegas is really coming up in the world. We are going to be the destination to watch for the foreseeable future. And when it comes to categories, I mean, we're going to own it. I'm so thankful that I'm here and I'm part of this experience. Thank you guys for being part of that experience with us.
And before
God
he
bless
forgets,
and goodbye.
Before he forgets, the podcast won't be on CEG. We will make a community post and all the other things. It's going to be on
We're
Vegas
moving to
Tycoon.
Vegas Tycoon because we want everybody to be a Vegas Tycoon. Doesn't that make sense? Yes, I bought the domain literally like 15 years ago, vegastycoon.com, and we're finally making it work. Somebody offered me $50,000 once for the domain many years ago, and I said no. I was a crazy person. I said no. I was a crazy person, but now we're making use of it, so we're looking forward to making that, create that up. So it's vegastycoon.com and Vegas Tycoon on
Vegas Tycoon with an S at the end.
Vegas Tycoons
Yes.
with on YouTube.
Yep.
But vegastycoon.com is the domain, and we are going to have news and reviews, and it's going to be all my stuff.
Get
Good.
ready. Now we're
Bye.
fading to black.
Bye,
Goodbye, guys.
guys. Bye.